Hello, Coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing about manager Xavi, who, after the disappointing 3-1 loss to Real Madrid in the Clásico, outlines the difference between his Barcelona side and Real Madrid after the defeat. We are going to be discussing on what he had to say as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Jules Koundé, who returned to injury and played against Real Madrid after 3.5 weeks out of action. Koundé also reacted following the El Clasico defeat, saying that we didn't play badly. We are going to be discussing on everything he said as well. So guys, before we get right into that, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona slumped to a 3-1 defeat to Real Madrid in the season's first El Clasico. The loss sees Barca move into the second spot and register a defeat in the league for the very first time this season. Talking to the media after the game, Barca coach Xavi Hernandez reacted to the team's performance, criticizing certain aspects of the game and urging his players to do well in the coming matches. He said, "I don't feel happy about anything. The feeling is so bad," Xavi said. "Nothing comes out of this game despite faith and self-respect. Today's match was a very good opportunity to continue leading, but we came out empty-handed. We had options for a draw, but we didn't take advantage of our moments." The Barcelona coach went on to criticize his team's lack of defensive solidity and efficiency in front of goal, as he said, "I feel bad and frustrated. We weren't as aggressive as we should have. Defensively, we weren't good, and in transitions too. We didn't have a good match, yes, but there were our moments. Today we missed several things and we have to criticize ourselves. We talked about stopping the rebounds and transitions, and in their first attempt they managed to score against us. We must criticize ourselves. We know internally we are not well. We are in bad dynamic and we have to change that now. We have to improve in efficiency," he said. Xavi though offered some silver lining, admitting that his team is still in transition and it is only October, meaning Barcelona have more than enough to think, enough time to make a comeback as far as the league title is concerned. He said, "We are in the process of building. We will fight for championships. It is still October and we have to make some changes," he said. "We are in a negative dynamic. Fortunately, it's only 3 points. The positive thing today is what happened in the second half. We played with enthusiasm and were able to beat Real Madrid when we were looking for the second goal," he said. Xavi backed his team to perform well in the games to come, implying that it is only the cycle of football. He said, "This is football. Now we have to recover from the next match," Xavi said, before adding that, "I won't ever blame the players. It won't happen. I am the captain of this ship and I take the responsibility." One would assume the difference between the two sides would be intensity or the lack thereof from Barcelona. However, Xavi believed it was experience and maturity, as he said. "I don't think Madrid beat us in intensity, but they have in maturity. They know how to compete better than us. They are more accomplished side and a more mature team than us at the moment," he said. FC Barcelona's difficult period continued on Sunday evening when they fell to a 2-1 defeat at the hands of arch-rivals Real Madrid. The game saw the return of Jules Koundé, but the defender was not able to keep the Real Madrid breach at bay. Speaking after the game, the Frenchman offered his thoughts on the defeat, admitting that his side could have done better against Los Blancos. He said, "We are really disappointed. I don't think we played badly. Maybe when we weren't at our best, they hit us and with bounces," Koundé said after the game. The Frenchman, who was operating as centre-back alongside Eric Garcia, believed Barcelona could have reacted better to the Real Madrid goals, adding that, "We could have done better when they scored their goals. You have to improve to it." Koundé went on to talk about an incident where Barcelona could have been given a penalty, but he refused to comment on the situation. The defender also admitted that Barcelona should have committed a foul in the lead-up to Real Madrid's first goal, as he said. "We should have committed a foul for the first goal. Yes, that is unfortunate because the result was 2-1. I will not comment on whether it was a penalty or not," he added when asked about the potential penalty situation. Finally, the French centre-back backed Barcelona's coaching staff to help the team recover their form in the coming matches. He said, "Yes, but we have confidence in our technical staff." Koundé's comments come in the midst of calls to sack Xavi Hernandez, but with the board and the players firmly backing the Spaniard, it will be interesting to see how they react in the coming matches. Great words there from Jules Koundé, of course, which I think he played a great game, even though he was not at his very best. But when we consider the fact that he left from injury directly to the starting lineup, you don't expect him to just flourish at the moment. As I said earlier, it was a disappointing result. Xavi have a lot to rethink. He's not doing well. I think his lineup, his tactical analysis is poor, and he needs to improve on that. I can't still believe that Xavi has a very bad winning ratio compared to Koeman. When the commentator was talking about it today in the match, I was shocked. And that's the reality. Xavi needs to improve. Right now, most people don't want to see it because he's Xavi and maybe they think that he's playing the Barca style. But he needs to improve on many aspects of the game. Today, we were beaten, well beaten. I think we deserve to be beaten because we did not play well. We did not play with maturity. We did not play with confidence. Barcelona lacked the sharpness in attack. We did not create a lot of chances, except mid the second half when Ansu Fati entered and we started seeing some difference in attack. We were more dangerous in attack. We have a lot to play, a lot to improve. The league season is still long, so we can't draw conclusions on anything about this game. As Xavi himself said it after the match, that it's just match day 9, so we can't draw conclusions as of yet. Real Madrid is above us for 3 points. Massive 3 points. We can't just say just 3 points. It's massive 3 points, which can be so vital in the latter stages of this campaign. So we don't have to take anything for granted, guys. We don't have to take anything for granted. This is a Clásico. Of course, as a Clásico, it's a game of pride where, the two teams want to win to gain pride, to like, I'm better than you. But today's game just showed us how Real Madrid are far better than Barca. We still need to improve. We're still undergoing a transition. That's just a fact. Let manager Xavi and President Joan Laporta don't force things when it's not time. I think Xavi has a lot. Tactically, it was poor. The lineup was not the best. You keep playing Sergio Busquets when Busquets is not at great form. Busquets needs to be benched. You can't tell me that Busquets will be leaving Barcelona at the end of the season and he's still a starting player all the time. When Iniesta, the Xavi himself knows very well when he had his last season at Barca, he was a bench player. Iniesta was a bench player. I don't understand why some of these players, I don't understand why Xavi failed to understand such things. Busquets have the right to perform poorly the way he is because he's old. Busquets is not the player in the past. Xavi does not want to accept that. So it is what it is. Let's just accept that that's how things are. Our team is poor. We are in the bad moment. Yes, of course, we are in the bad moment. We need to improve. We are an average team. Barca should not be overrated because we are good for the Europa League. That's what nature is telling us to do. Go back to the Europa League. And Laporta shouldn't force things because we are deserving to play in the Europa League at the moment. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.